Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is your instructor Joy. Thank you very much for your continued support. I really appreciate. Let me first play a tune for you. This was beginning of Thai's meditation. So a patron, a Frank violinist, was wondering how about shifting. Whether sliding notes, the sliding sound when shifting, should be absolutely avoided, or would that be okay? And how does one know when to avoid it, when not to? Thank you very much for your kind questions. I encourage you all to let me know if you have any questions. I would be happy to make videos for you. Thank you very much for your continued support. I really appreciate. So, long story short, is it okay to slide sound? Yes, sometimes, as long as it goes with music. Now, second question, the answer to the second question, how do we know when the sliding note is okay to be heard and when not? It depending on the context of music. It's very hard to say this is it, this is not. Generally speaking though, again generally with some exceptions, when you're playing romantic pieces, this one Masne, Thai's meditation is a romantic pieces, is okay to have a little sliding notes because it goes with a musical idea. Well, it's sliding note that has a part of the music, so it works well. So feel free to slide it when you're playing romantic piece. But if you do too much sliding everywhere, that may be a little too much. Just like spices or perfumes has to be done in a certain amount. If you overdo it, it just becomes too much. Same thing with the sliding. It's more like an expression, musical expression, and it has to go in just in a good taste. So if I was sliding everywhere, for example, it's a bit too much, isn't it? So I exaggerated a bit to make a point. So you should not do it everywhere, but just enough where it sounds good. How do we know? When it sounds good to you, it's a good start to know. We have a better musical sense more than we think, yeah? If you really cannot tell, just listen to other players how they do, and that's a good way of doing it. Another one to avoid the sliding note, it would be Baroque or classical era. So if you're playing there's here, sorry. Here, if this is Mozart concerto, by the way, if I was making the sliding note, I did not make the sliding note heard, but if I make the sliding notes to be heard, it would be this way. It's a little odd. So what I did was I lightened the bow a little, on and on like that, just to show you. Now back to Thai's meditation. You can have the sliding notes heard only in a specific way. Now let's talk about how does the sliding notes heard or when it's not heard. Let's start the hard one. How do we avoid sliding notes to be heard? So for example here, there's one shifting happening from second position to third with a slurred bow. But I don't want this one to be heard, the sliding notes to be heard. I don't find it musically, it does not have much meaning, and it makes it a little just unclear. So I prefer not this note to be heard. The technique is this one: while shifting, whether left hand changes nothing. In general, when you shift, you need to shift it with a light fingertip, so that you can slide it slowly. Once you're there, then you apply the weight. Again, lighten the fingertip weight while keeping the fingertip on the string and slide it. And once you're there, and then apply weight again. So I don't know if you were able to see it. Lighten the weight and then slide it. And then again, yeah. So even though the string may not show always very clearly, the string gets lighter because I release the pressure quite a bit, just minimum weight so that I can keep my fingertip on the string, and I slide it to the position I want. Once I have it, then I apply weight. Now, left hand stays same. The right hand is the one that makes the sliding sound not to be heard. Namely, we slow down the bow speed quite a bit during shifting, and then we lighten the bow weight quite a bit here. Notice I'm not really stopping the bow. That's too obvious and discontinued the music. We do not want the note to be stopped. We want the note to continue as a part of phrase. So you cannot totally stop like this. But at the same time, I don't want this. I don't want people hear my left hand sliding. So what you do is now slow down the bow speed, but I'm still moving. So slow down significantly, but my motion still continues. Once I have it, then I speed up. I exaggerate a bit. You can do both up and down, let's see. And you can practice that one in any finger. Down and up. If you want to really stop totally, you can do that, but make sure the bow weight is not too heavy. Stop, first making light, then. But I find it's easy if you allow the bow continually moving, just adjusting the bow speed and bow weight significantly slow and lighter. Light and slow. Again. So that when you do any way you want to do with down bow, let's just do some up bow. This one I am allowed the bow slide, the notes to slide, because I find it beautiful. So I hope this gave you some ideas. Feel free to experiment, as long as you do it convincingly, as long as it makes sense, as long as it sounds beautiful. There's nothing wrong about it. That's the nice thing about making music. It's all up to you, up to your musical ideas, up to your musical interpretation. Thank you for watching and hope to see you again. Bye-bye.